I enjoy exploring different styles of yoga and different ways that people interpret the yoga poses. Lately, I've been working with a physical trainer, and his perspective is a lot different than I'm used to in practicing yoga. But it's been so interesting to me to find the differences, and it's given me another perspective about the yoga practice. In this video, I thought we'd explore some of the differences and just see if it works for you. Because in yoga, just discovering what works for your own body is extremely important. A big part of the practice is, can you be an observer, a student of your own movements in such a way as to constantly refine your practice? We'll begin lying down. With your knees bent, take your hands to your low belly. Lift your low belly into the palms of your hands. Now draw the waistline back so that it's pressing against the mat. Lift your low belly up into the palms of the hands. Just provide a slight amount of resistance with the hands. Draw the waistline back. Now work with your breath. In breath as you expand the low belly. Exhale breath, you're releasing all the air. And it's like doing an upside down cat-cow. You're getting this nice expansion and drawing back. Now come to what feels like a natural curve in your spine. Draw your right leg up. Keep the curve in the spine. Have an external rotation of the right leg and draw to the right. With your hands to the low belly, you start to notice that the left hip will lift a little bit. So lift your right foot up as a way to get the hips to be a little bit more aligned. Keep externally rotating the right foot. Have a nice spread to the toes. Release your right leg back. Release your right foot down to the mat. Regain that curve to the lumbar spine if you lost it. Now lift your left foot up. Spread your left toes. Externally rotate the leg. Draw over to the side. Keep your right foot planted. And notice how the right hip lifts just slightly. So back off slightly. Just turn the foot. Draw from the foot to the pelvis to really engage. Draw from the kneecap up to the pelvis to get a little dimple going on right above the kneecap. Now release your left foot down. Normally, we keep a curve in the lumbar spine when we're lying in these supine yoga poses. Trainers often teach people to flatten the low back. So we'll do a practice where we draw from the navel back to the spine as you slowly draw your heel of the right leg away from the pelvis. Now keep pressing the navel back, almost like you have a flat back, and drag the heel toward your pelvis. Now plant the foot And once again, come back to a nice curve in the lumbar spine. Breathe in and expand the low belly. Breathe out and just draw from the navel back. Keep the waistline pressing to the mat. Spread your left toes. Slowly slide the left heel, keeping the waistline pressing back. Slide the heel away from the pelvis. Now keep that engagement and slide the heel back toward the pelvis. Plant your foot, breathe in and expand into the low belly area. Breathe out and press back from the navel to the spine. Keep that. Slowly reach your foot with the ankle in this dorsiflexion, with the toes engaged. Keep the waistline pressing back as you retract and plant the foot. Breathe in and expand into the palms of the hands. Breathe out and just draw back just slightly. Activate the left toes, spread the left toes with the navel still pressing back toward your spine. Reach the heel, keep the full leg engaged, keep that, and draw the heel back while keeping the navel pressing back. Release your foot. Now with the knees bent, reach your right leg up. Interlace your fingers right at the belly of the hamstrings. Spread your toes. Draw your toes just slightly over your head. And notice when you do, the back is pressing to the low back. The low back is pressing your mat. Now back off just slightly so that you've got a little bit of a curve. Externally rotate your right foot, reach it to the right without letting the pelvis tip slightly. Now see about straightening the left leg. And drawing the heel back. Draw the right foot back to the center position and release the right foot down. Breathe in and expand the low belly. Just get this nice arch going on. Breathe out. Draw from the waistline back. Lift your left foot up. Interlace your fingers behind the thigh. Get a nice stretch first, and notice how flat your low back is. So back off slightly so you get a little space between the low back and the mat. Now free your hands. Externally rotate the leg. Draw slightly over to the side without lifting the right hip point. Slide your right foot toward the end of the mat. Slide it back. Press down. Come back to the center with the left foot and press the foot down. So pause here with a nice openness to the front side of the body. Lift your low belly into the palms of the hands. Exhale, draw from the navel back. With your toes lifted, your heels planted, slowly move your heels, slide them if possible, while trying to press the low belly back. Not all the way to straight legs, just a little bit further away from the pelvis. Keep that navel drawing back as you plant the feet. Park your right ankle to the outer left knee. Lift your left foot up to bring the right thigh a little closer to you. Interlace your fingers, this time at the right thigh. It's slightly different than we often do. So often we take the interlaced fingers behind the left thigh, but in the physical trainer's words, this is a little bit more accessible to a lot of people, so let's try it. So as you reach your right knee away from your ribs, you've got this nice activation of the right foot and the left foot. Now slowly release your left foot down. Release your right foot down. Take your left ankle to the outer right knee. And activate your foot. Now lift the right foot off the mat so that the left thigh is a little closer to you. You can keep the heads of the arm bones back to keep a nice postural balance. Draw the left thigh slightly further away from you, even as the interlaced fingers are pulling it toward your ribs. The leg action is slightly different than the arm action. It's a very great way to practice eccentric actions. Release your right foot down, the hands down. Once again, with the hands to the low belly area. Lift the low belly away from the mat. Now draw from the navel back. And slide your heels with the toes lifted. Slide your heels away from your pelvis, just slightly. You're not going to straight legs. Just holding the pose. Pull in. Plant your feet. And roll over to come to tabletop position. In tabletop position, with your feet hip distance apart, draw your pelvis back. With your toes tucked under, release your head. Walk your hands back to your knees and lift yourself up. So you've got a strong engagement, all the toes really pressing the mat nicely. From here, come to a kneeling position. Have your toenails come so that the toenails are pressing the mat. Balance yourself and step the right foot forward. Take your arms in a cactus pose, which retracts the shoulders. Keep the cactus pose and twist to the right, back to center, and twist to the left to open the pose nicely. Shift back to the center position and release your hands down. Step your right foot back. Take your left foot forward. Come to this lunge again. Take your arms up in the cactus pose and come to the twist and back and twist to the right and back and release. Come back to that kneeling position. Tuck your toes under. Take your hands down to a tabletop position. Draw your pelvis back. Take as much weight as possible toward your heels. Walk your hands back toward your knees. Maybe you can take the weight all the way off your hands to sit tall. Get this nice openness to the chest. And lift up. Step your right foot forward again. And come to a standing pose from the lunge. Tuck your back toes under, lift up, and step to the front of the mat. At the front of the mat, step your left foot back. Bend your left knee. Take your hands in front of your chest. Look up with the knees slightly bent. Now draw slightly forward, knees slightly bent. The front leg is straight. You're looking forward, not down. And you bow slightly forward. Rise up. Release your hands. Step your back foot forward. Step your right foot back. Bend your back knee. However you crossed your arms in the last time, cross them a little different. This time, crossing the arms with the knee bent, so your heel slightly lifted for a nice calf and Achilles tendon stretch. See if you can stay balanced and lean back slightly. The nice openness in the throat. And now keeping the knee bent, just bow forward, keeping the spine elongated, your gaze forward. And inhale, rise up, come out of the pose. Release your hands and step your back foot forward. We'll be holding on to the foot as we stand on one leg. Having a wall or a chair next to you in this balance pose is suggested because we'll be holding on to the foot with the opposite hand, and it's an awkward move to get into. The trainer that I was working with said that this is especially beneficial for people that have had some knee injuries. We'll be standing on our right leg and lifting the left and grabbing the left foot or the left pants with the right hand. So have a wall or a block near you. Lift up your left foot. You can bow in to find the foot. And once you do, maybe you can take your hand away from the wall, but see about drawing the thigh back. Keep your gaze right at eye level. Again, use the wall or your chair. Keep the foot very active in this pose. And for some people, this is really a nice alternative to Natarajasana, a balance pose where usually the same side arm and leg are contributing to the thigh stretch. And now release out of that side. Let's come to the opposite side. And what we want to do in yoga is really compare the sides. Compare how this side feels as you balance on your left leg. Find your right foot. Find the wall so that you can align yourself nicely in the pose. And giving yourself a little thigh stretch. Can you spread your toes? Can you keep your gaze lifted? It's an awkward move, but it really works for many of us that have got knee issues. It's a wonderful tip that this trainer provided to me. And you can release your foot down. Let's consider more variations to protect the knees that this trainer has worked with. So step your feet hip distance apart. Take your hands either forward or cross them right at your chest and keep your gaze right at eye level. And as you do, whichever variation works for you, take more weight to your heels, draw your pelvis back, keep on looking forward, draw down, and rise up. Little variation to the chair pose. Do that again. Bend your knees, take weight back to your heels, draw down, rise up. You want to do this quite slowly. Again, weight goes back to the heels. Your toes are active. You're drawing down, maybe a little further, and you're rising up. And release your hands. Now let's come to a lunge pose. So step your right foot forward. Draw your left foot back. Bend your front knee. Now bend your back knee. And you're just drawing down a little bit before lifting up. You're drawing down, bending the front knee, bend the back knee. You're lifting up. And one more time, you're bending the back knee, the front knee, and you're rising up. And now step the back foot forward. Step the right foot back. Bend your front knee. Bend your back knee. Drop down. Straighten the back leg, straighten the front. Bend the front knee, bend the back knee, drop down. Rise up. Bend the front knee, the back knee, drop down. Rise up. Front knee bends, back knee bends. Draw down and rise up. And step the back foot forward. Now let's come down to the mat using the similar action that we just did. With the right foot forward, bend your back knee, come all the way down so you're in a lunge pose. Now come up off the mat. So lift up and try that with the left foot forward, the right foot back. Bend the knees. Draw the right knee all the way down, looking forward. And make your way all the way to a seated pose. In the seated pose, take your feet together. Hold on to your shin bones. Lift your chest high. Draw slightly forward. And rise up. Lift your knees up. With your feet forward, pull from the feet back to the pelvis. So you feel this engagement of the hamstrings. And slowly lower yourself to the mat. Once you're on the mat, with the knees bent, just feel the engagement as you pull the heels back toward the pelvis. Root down with the arms to lift your pelvis up. Enjoy a nice ease in your breath. And slowly release the pelvis. Once again, press the elbows down, lift up, stay lifted. Enjoy your breath. And release. Release your arms and legs. And close your eyes. Thank you for joining me in this practice where we explore and observe different alternatives to the yoga poses that we do as a way to refine our alignment and create variations that allow for the idiosyncratic aspects of our own bodies. Thank you for joining me in the practice. Namaste.